For more than a year now, there's been relative peace in the oil-rich Niger Delta region. That's because the ceasefire negotiated by the Buhari administration paved the way for the return of social activities and the consistency recently experienced in crude oil production. But all that is being threatened right now. The announcement of the cancellation of a ceasefire by the Niger Delta Avengers may just change and probably take the country back to the dark days of pipeline vandalism, militancy and kidnapping.
60 years for the struggle of this Niger Delta.
Before the ceasefire, the Avengers made several requests, some of which include the implementation of the report of the 2014 National Conference report, ownership of oil blocks in Nigeria to reflect 60% for the oil-producing people, and all oil-polluted lands in the Niger Delta. Proper funding of the Niger Delta Amnesty Program, takeoff of the Maritime University in Delta State, among others.
We want to say that there is no presence of government in all these oil-producing communities.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, on the orders of the president, swung to action, visiting the region to plead with the restive youth and elders to accept dialogue and embrace a new plan by government. Professor Osinbajo then toured the entire Niger Delta region, and for once, the people gave him listening ears.
We are committed to making sure that the young men and women of the Niger Delta are properly engaged. We'll look at the amnesty issues. We'll make sure that amnesty continues. Some people have been trying to suggest that we close down amnesty. That's not true. We have made more provision for amnesty than has ever been made, and we have made more provision for social intervention.
Perhaps those promises don't mean anything to these youth anymore. They are threatening to crumble the economy, which the government claims is beginning to bounce back. And one way they want to do that is to cripple oil production, which is the country's biggest income earner. You wonder why this is happening. They claim the federal government is working with a fraudulent group known as the Reformed Niger Delta Avengers, which is bent on helping the government to jeopardize efforts of the Niger Delta people to achieve economic, social and political freedom. They also claim the federal government is insincere in its efforts to address issues in the Niger Delta, claiming that government is only interested in the crude oil deposits in the region and the lack of confidence in PANDEF, the group that brokered the peace deal with the federal government.
This is not the time to make war. No, this is the time to make peace so that we can ensure that we derive all of the benefits that are derivable from the center.
The implication of this threat may be unhealthy for the Nigerian economy at this crucial time. It has again opened another task for the Buhari government to again go back to the drawing board to review the Niger Delta issue, change strategy, or probably just talk to the right people that will help nip this looming crisis in the bud.